Hey sixth graders, today we're taking notes on lesson 5-1, which is multiplying fractions. So to multiply fractions, all you need to do is simply multiply the numerators and the denominators together. So for example, I have 4/5 times 2/3 here. In order to solve this problem, I need to first multiply my numerators. So my numerators are 4 and 2, and I know that 4 times 2 equals 8. I need to do the same thing to my denominators, which are 5 and 3, and I know that 5 times 3 equals 15. When the numerator of one fraction and the denominator of the other fraction being multiplied have common factors, you can simplify your fractions before you multiply. Now this is going to make it a lot easier when doing your multiplication if you simplify your fractions before you multiply. This is also called cross-reducing. I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, you need to determine the operation you need to use to solve your problem. Now this is going to be very important when you're doing word problems, especially on your conceptual tests. You need to read the problem very carefully and decide what operation you need to use. It might be addition, it might be subtraction, it might be division. You're going to need to look for those key words to make sure you can figure out which operation you need to use to solve your problem. Now let's pretend we read our word problem and we determined that we need to multiply. And we need to multiply 8 over 21 times 7 over 12. For step number 2, I need to look for common factors in the numerator and in the denominator. So I'm going to rewrite my fractions. 8 over 21 times 7 twelfths. Okay, and I'm looking at the numerator in my first fraction and my denominator in my second fraction. And I'm looking and I see that 8 and 12 are both divisible by 4. They have 4 as a common factor. And I'm looking at my other two fractions. I have 21 and 7, and I see here that 7 is divisible by 7 and 21 is divisible by 7. So for step number 3, I'm going to divide 8 and 12 by 4 and I'm going to divide 21 and 7 by 7. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So if I divide 8 and 12 by 4, I'm going to get a 2 up here, and I'm going to get a 3 down here. And if I divide 21 and 7 by 7, I'm going to get a 1 up here, and I'm going to get a 3 down here. For step 4, I'm going to multiply the numerators and the denominators. So after reducing my fractions, I had 2/3 times 1/3. To multiply these two fractions together, I need to multiply my numerators first. I know that 2 times 1 equals 2, and I know that 3 times 3 equals 9. So my solution is 8 over 21 times 7/12 is equal to 2/9. Once you're finished taking your notes, I would like you to visit my Canvas site and you'll see a link that'll take you to your exit ticket for this lesson. Make sure you solve those problems, show your work, and be ready to share your answers and how you got your answers tomorrow in class. Hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.